What's going on, everyone? SconzE here with One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. We're starting right off the bat with this cutscene because I accidentally clicked continue at the end of the last episode. So it just jumped us right in. But don't worry, you didn't miss anything. We were paused immediately. If you watch the last one, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I was rambling at the end of the last episode about DLC and how stupid it is for games like this. Like, some games have great DLC that's, like, worth it to buy. And some games have DLC like this where it's like, spend 20 bucks for 3 characters that do nothing different from any of the other characters, and, it's a quarter of the game's price to add 3 measly characters when there's like 40-something in the game already. Like I said, they all play the same, it's just preference and style. So, dumb. And then also, here's another thing dumb. See, back when I was a youngin', I mean, we all know, when you got a game, everything was in the game. Everything was included in the game. And then DLC originally was for, like, when the game was out and it was finished. And then they wanted to put more stuff into the game later on. So that's where the DLC comes in. Nowadays, DLC is an excuse for developers to put out half the product. And then it's like, oh yeah, we could just, throw in the rest later and make a penny off it while we're at it. Like, okay, cool. And then another thing is season passes, with the whole addition of DLC in games, like, back years ago. Season passes used to be pretty freaking awesome. You buy this season pass, it's like, guess what? You get all the DLC that comes out in the future. Not for free, you're technically paying for it, but you get it all. It's like at a bargain price. You pay for this now, the season pass, everything that comes out, you get to download. Now it's like, you get season pass, and you get these DLC. Oh, what's that? Oh, a year later? Oh, you need season pass 2 now to get the other DLC. Huh? Excuse me? What do you mean season pass 2? The season pass is like the season pass, like you get all the DLC. Now I have to buy a second season pass? Oh, and guess what? Ring ring hello. Is this season pass 3? Like, excuse me? What do you mean there's a third one now, too? That's what these games do! Now you have multiple season passes, so season passes just suck now. Because it doesn't even give you everything. It gives you shit. You get a couple things, and then they add more things into the game that you have to buy another... You know what I'm saying. It's stupid. Like, DLC was already, like... DLC used to be a fine thing back in games. Now it's just used for game developers to put out half a game, and then, that's where season passes came in, but now season passes are just garbage too. It's just, I miss my PS2 days. I miss my PS2 days when I bought a game and the game was all there. Oh, you know what? Hey, you know what? Some games are respectable. Because, take for example, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because I was just thinking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2 when I brought up PS2. And it made me think about the new Battlefront 2. And I remembered, you know what? That is a prime example of, well... Okay, pre-fall off, pre-EA cutting ties with Star Wars Battlefront and stopping, what's the word, stopping, I always forget the word, support, like stopping support for the game and all that stuff. Like, before that, and they were adding stuff into the game, you didn't have to pay for any of that. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Grievous, Dooku, all of them added into the game, and no extra charge. The map, the new maps they put in and stuff in the game was no extra charge. Like, oh my goodness, that was great. Speaking of oh my goodness, if you... I'm not even going to bring attention to it. I'm not going to bring attention to it. If you know, you know. You know You know what's a little messed up about what's going on here, but I'm not gonna bring attention to it if you don't know. Don't worry about it then. Just, you know, ignorance is bliss, as they say. But anyways, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like, that was awesome, man. They threw all that stuff in, you didn't have to pay for nothing. You just bought the game, and the future updates came, and it was great. Honestly, it's kind of like, you know, GTA 5. GTA 5 the same way. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for, like, the updates and stuff. You just have to earn it. You just have to earn it in-game. I love that. I love earning things in-game instead of buying them. So much better. So much better. I love, that was like, what is it? There was a game I got recently. Oh, okay. Sonic Crossworlds, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Is it Crossworlds Racing or Sonic Racing Crossworlds? Either way, I love the game. Been playing it. It's very fun. It's like a nice, I like to have a nice, like, relaxing game. It does get a little annoying. But sometimes I like, you know, just like a, you know, I sit down, just play a couple matches, you know, for like half hour, whatever, and then be on my merry way. Sonic Crossworlds Racing, whatever the fuck, whatever the title is like that game for me right now. You know, I just play a couple of races, it's chill, have a little fun. I like, you know, it's very colorful, and, you know, the soundtrack's nice, and the characters are fun, whatever. Anyway, my point is, so that game, my only disappointment with it is that all the characters are playable at the start. I wish I had to unlock characters. I wish they started you off with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Just give us those three at the start. Everyone, and maybe Amy. Give us those four. Make everyone else unlockable. Because it's like, I have one incentive to play, because when I first started playing it, like, I've gotten into the groove now with it, so, you know, I very much love playing it. However, at first I was like, what am I gonna do in this game? I was like, you know, once I complete, like, the different, like, races and get all that done, I was like, what do I do then? I was like, there's no characters to unlock, really, besides, like, you know, Supersonic for beating all the rivals. Other than that, I was like, yeah, there's nothing. I was like, it's not like Mario Kart. You do the races and you unlock characters. That was fun! That was a ding-dang awesome time, you know? Do I have any better moves we could put on? Oh, yeah, let's do that one. And what about this one? Purgatory, Onigiri, or the 3,000 Worlds. I'll do this one. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll put that back. Alright, let's jump in. But, like, I don't know, maybe you guys get what you mean. Like, it's nice that it's like, oh, you can just play whatever characters you want to start. But at the same time, it's just like there's less incentive to play. It's like when Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I love that you had to, like, buy the characters and stuff. Like, not all of them, but a lot of the characters you had to buy. Like, you had to play, earn currency, and buy them. It made playing more fun, because it was like, ooh, now I'm gonna grind some matches so I can, like, earn the money to get more characters I want. Like this game, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, you earn the characters, it's more incentive to play and stuff. If every character's unlocked at the start, it's like, I don't care as much then, you know? That's like, all games, when it comes to games with characters should be unlocked. That's how it should be. Unless it's like, here, for example, Overwatch. Overwatch, it used to be like you had to unlock some of the characters. Now, every character is playable at the start. But the thing is, that's an online multiplayer game. You know, that's an online multiplayer shooter game. Like, so yeah, you really shouldn't have to, like, unlock characters really, like, because, you know, if you want to play ranked, stuff like that. But, like, in fighting games and, like, racing games, that's more cool to unlock stuff, you know? I like that better. But like in a shooter, yeah, I feel like you kind of want everything like available at the start. Because otherwise, then it's like, I don't know. Then it's just like annoying. Well, for example, Overwatch. You're not grinding Overwatch on your own time. You can't, like Sonic Crossworlds Racing. You play that online or offline. Games like this game, there is an online thing, but this game is predominantly offline. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you can play online or offline. So it's like, oh, if there's characters you want to use before you go into online because you feel better using a different character that you want to unlock, well, you can play offline till you get that character and then get it and then go online. But yeah, a game like Overwatch, you're not doing anything offline to grind for characters. So, but yeah, anyways, that's what SconzE has to say about incentives in video games and whatnot. I like how like they like use Diamond Josu's like outfit as like the default for a lot of these like leader guys. You see that a lot, and it's like they didn't want to make anyone unique. They're just like, just reuse some of the assets, color swap. You know, it's fine. It's fine. I've never made a video game myself, so you know I won't get I assume, like, you know, if I was making a video game, I probably would also want to just reuse assets when I can. But at the same time, that's why I always appreciate, when game developers have, like, total uniqueness in their, like, maps and character designs and stuff. It's nice. Alright, give messenger beating. Uh-oh, before they reach the target area. Let me over there. I could get over there quicker if I didn't have to fucking plow through all those enemies. Hey, you stop. Stop before you reach. Oh my gosh, I'm just like hitting him into the area he needs to go. That was a close one. That was close. I almost pushed him in the spot. Alright, what are we waiting for next? The Mera, the flame fruit! Dude, oh man, I wish I had Ace's flame fruit. It's not necessarily, it's not the best fruit in One Piece, but it is the fruit of my favorite, so I'd want to be like Ace. I'd want the flame fruit. Dude, one thing, I don't know if I've talked about this on the channel before, this is not related to anything, random topic, but it popped in my head. But I think maybe I've talked about it a while back. Definitely not in the One Piece series, but Spyro. What you all know about Spyro the Dragon? They made the Spyro Reignited trilogy, right? And it's a remaster. Is it a remaster or is it a remake? No, I think it plays exactly the same. It's just it's like a HD, no, not even an HD remaster. It's like a graphic overhaul remaster. It's the same game, not necessarily a remake. They remade the graphics, so it's all, you know, new character models, new design, everything. But I think the gameplay and the levels go exactly the same as the original, the layout, everything. Anyways, I would buy that in a heartbeat if you could filter classic graphics. If you could put it on the classic graphics, I'd buy that immediately for my PS5. You'd be seeing that on SconzE day one. We'd be playing that like right away. Because I love Spyro 2. Spyro 2 I love so much. I have it for the PS1. I used to play that all the time back in the day. I still have it now. I don't, you know, I haven't touched my PS1 in a while, but yeah, I used to play that all the time. Love Spyro 2. Anyway, point is, so the reason I haven't, with this whole like graphic toggle thing I mentioned that they don't have that I wish they did, I hate the way all these characters look in this remastered version. They're just not even the same thing. The characters look so stupid compared to what they look like in the original. Because in the original one, it's on the PS1, it's all like, you know, the polygons and stuff, and they're more like angular characters and everything. But it's like, they're so vastly different. It's like, they don't even look the same now. And it's like, obviously they're not gonna look the same, they're not gonna be like point angular creatures. But it's like, they don't even resemble each other. It just looks like something totally different. I'm like, ugh, they look fucking gross. Ugh. The characters had so much more charm to them on the PS1. There are plenty of games that I play that get like a remaster like that. and it looks better, you know, or like, or not, sometimes not necessarily better, but just like, it looks fine. They didn't like butcher the characters, it's just, it looks like a modern version, whatever. These ones though, it's just like, it just doesn't look like the same characters. The enemies just look totally different. They don't look related at all, it just looks like a whole new thing. And it's just, it's very upsetting because it just makes me not want to play it, you know? I'm like, I don't want to play it. It's just, it doesn't, it's not, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look like it. Or at it. Like the bear guy, I forget what his name was, like Mr. Moneybags. That actually might have been his name, is Mr. Moneybags. But him too looks awful compared to the original. Just, oh, fuck, man, PS1 Spyro looks so much better. It just makes me sad. It makes me really sad. I don't know why they don't have a filter toggle. Dude, like Tomb Raider! Freaking Tomb Raider, dude! The remastered collection! And it's seamless. It's not like you have to like go to a main menu, like you have to like back out of the game, go to the main menu and like change it and stuff. Dude, in the Tomb Raider game, you press a button and it switches in real time. You can go from the old graphics to the new graphics. So if you don't like the new graphics, guess what? You're in luck. You get to play the original. You get to play it how it originally looks. It's awesome. It's awesome. And even with the new graphics, the only thing that's really like with those Tomb Raider games I saw is like the lighting. The lighting's kind of like in some places, but it is a lot clearer. You can see a lot better with the new lighting, you know. But aside from that, though, aside from the lighting, the character models, they don't look like a totally different character. But it's like, that's remastering done right. Tomb Raider, SconzE gives you 3 big thumbs up. You know, you go beyond 2 thumbs up because Spyro did such a shit job that I want to give you that thumb that would have went for Spyro. It's going to you, Tomb Raider. So now you get 3. Anyways, yeah, that's my rant. I don't think this level's gonna take a little second. So this episode's gonna end a little early, but before we do that, let me check something. If I were to play, let's say I were to play this. So, you know, those costumes, like, look, Ace, you could play this one or this one. I like this one. You got the hat. I like the hat. Luffy, you can go pre-time skip. Zoro, same thing. Nami, can you do? Okay, no, Nami, you can't do it with either. It's just regular Nami and Onami from Wano. Usopp, you can go pre-time skip. They kind of had to, considering the levels. But it's like, if you're not forced to play as a character in the levels, then we're not going to make the costume. Fucking stupid. I think to Chopper, yeah, Chopper too. Like, you can't even just switch his fucking hat. Robin, you can't switch. Frank, you can't switch. Brooke, you can't skip. Why? You lazy bums. You made the models. You made the character models. Why can you not switch it? They were in the levels. It wasn't even just like for a cutscene. They're in the levels. Robin, you even made multiple. You had her as Miss All Sunday. And then you had her as just Robin. Pre-time skip. You made multiple in-game models. And you can't use them? Why the fuck not? You know what it is? I tell you, the same reason why there are characters in this game that have full movesets and character models like Kuma and what's his face, Spring Guy, Bellamy, who I love. They're not in the game. That's weird. Why aren't they in the game if they have full movesets and voice lines and character models? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right now. We'll go into it. We'll go into it. Here we go. Let me just click it. We got to click this first. Right here, growth map. Growth map. This is why. Because every character has their own growth map. And they did not... I am guaranteed this is the reason why. They were too lazy to make these growth maps. They made the full character everything, and they were probably like, Then they have to make a whole nother. They have to make a map for the character and shit, and then the characters have to have like unique like medals. Like, see, like Luffy's got some of the Luffy medals you need to like do the things. It's like, all right, then you got to make a medal for the other characters, and then you got to make the drop rate for them and like how they spawn in, like, you know, whether it be for dropping it from beating the enemy or playing as the character, this and that. I guarantee you they just did not feel like doing that for some of the characters. And also, depending on whether you're playing as like pre-time skip or post-time skip some of these characters, the maps are different. Like Zoro, different like of these moves, I think, and stuff, and different like for Luffy too. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because if you're playing as pre-time skip Luffy, you wouldn't be able to unlock some of the post-time skip moves, you know? So I'm pretty sure the maps are different for like the individual maps, whether it's pre or post time skip for like you know, the movesets. And they probably didn't want to do that for Nami, Chopper, Robin, Frankie. They were probably, oh, then we got to make different like moveset things for them too with the map. I guarantee that's the reason why. I am so sure. I'd love to hear why. I'd love to hear from the game developers why. If they just weren't in the game, you know, I probably would look past it, but it's the fact that they're right there. They're right there. Just put the controller attached to them. Let me play as them. So dumb. Such a waste. All right, anyways, it's enough of ranting. We're going to end this episode now here, too. I will see you guys in more episodes. Bye-bye.